The Philadelphia experiment on the destroyer USS Eldridge remains one of the U.S. Navy's most famous experiments to date, located at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. The newly commissioned destroyer USS Eldridge is equipped with several intriguing devices. These included top-secret generators that were said to be able to make the ship completely invisible to the enemy. According to unconfirmed reports, the physiological effect of the experiment on the crew was negative. Almost all of them are seriously ill, some from schizophrenia or other mental illnesses. Some crew members disappeared, and according to the story, 5 of them were found fused to the ship's metal. Nikola Tesla was obsessed with time travel. He worked on a time machine and allegedly succeeded, and used to say, "I could see the past, present and future, all at the same time." The idea that people are able to travel through time has excited the imagination of millions of people around the world. If we look back at history, we will find numerous texts that can be interpreted as evidence of time travel. When Albert Einstein published his theory of relativity in 1905, it sparked great interest in the scientific community, opening the door to many questions such as, time travel, is it possible? There is also evidence of time travel in the Bible according to Eric von Daniken. In the Bible, the prophet Jeremiah was sitting together with some of his friends, and there was a boy. His name was Abimelech. Jeremiah said to Abimelech, "Go outside Jerusalem. There is a hill there, and gather figs for us." The boy went and picked fresh figs. Suddenly, Abimelech heard some noise and wind in the air, and he felt powerless and fainted. After a while, he woke up and saw that it was almost evening. So after that, when he came back to the city was full of strange soldiers. And he says, "What's going on here? Where are Jeremiah and everyone else?" And the old man tells him, "That was 62 years ago." It is a story about time travel written in the Bible. Von Daniken. According to reports, in 1895 Tesla made a shocking discovery suggesting that time and space could be influenced by a magnetic field. Part of the approach to this came from Tesla's experimentation with radio frequencies, along with the transmission of power through the Earth's atmosphere. A discovery that many years later could lead to the Philadelphia experiment along with all other time travel experiments. However, long before the military's secret programs were implemented into reality, Tesla had already made some fascinating discoveries regarding the nature of time and the possibility of time travel, writes Disclosed.tv. Nikola Tesla's experiments with high-voltage electricity and with a magnetic field led to the discovery that time and space can be deformed and create a passage that can lead to another time. Along with that discovery, Tesla then discovered, through his own personal experiences, that time travel comes with some real dangers. Tesla said he was hit by 3.5 million volts of electricity. Tesla's first experiences with time travel occurred in March 1895. A reporter for the New York Herald wrote that he found the inventor sitting in a coffee shop after he had just been hit with 3.5 million volts of electricity. The journalist said that Tesla told him that he would not be very pleasant company due to the fact that he had just about died. He said a 1-meter diameter spark jumped into the air and hit him in the shoulder. Tesla told the reporter that if it hadn't been for his assistant who turned off the power supply, he would be dead by now. Tesla then told a reporter that when he was in contact with the resonance of the electromagnetic charge, he stepped out of his space and time frame. He said he was able to see the past, present and future at the same time. He admitted that he was paralyzed in the electromagnetic field, and was unable to help himself. Fortunately, his assistant was by his side and was able to shut off the power before severe and permanent damage was done. An incident said to have been repeated in the U.S. Navy's Philadelphia experiment. Many years later, the same incident happened again during the Philadelphia experiment. However, this led to sailors being left out of reference space for extended periods of time, and this of course had disastrous results. The Philadelphia experiment was an alleged military experiment conducted by the U.S. Navy in 1943. It was said that the escort of the USS Eldridge was then made invisible to the enemy. However, the U.S. Navy said no such experiment had ever taken place, and claims that the ship had become invisible did not conform to the laws of physics. The Philadelphia experiment. Americans know how to travel through time since 1930. There is nothing more exciting than searching for the so-called a time machine, A device that would take us to the distant past or, even better, to the distant future at the push of a button. With H.G. Wells and his legendary novel, there are a number of urban legends about how some groups managed to master the technique of time travel and thus penetrate unimaginable secrets. There is a videotape recording information about the Philadelphia and Montauk experiments that, if true, could change the course of history. The tape contains an interview done in someone's home on Long Island. 3 people sat and talked about the Montauk experiment, and among them was Preston Nichols, famous for his time travel experiments.